Nowadays, it feels like we're always doing something Chinese, something electric. So sometimes it feels good to go back to something classic. But even classic has changed. Today, we're taking a look at this. This is the BMW X3, and it looks a little bit different. Let's find out what's new about this car. Now, if you're thinking about trading in your car for a car like this BMW X3, try selling it with Coates instead. Coates helps you sell your car quickly and easily. With the new Coates doorstep, get a professional inspection by our certified mechanics at your convenience, anywhere on the island. Coates will then auction out your car online to its wide network of dealers to bid on your car. Once bidding is complete, Coates will update you with their best offer price at no obligation. It's that easy. To find out more, visit quotes.com.sg. That's quotz.com.sg. Now let's find out more about this car. Now, starting off in front, immediately you'll notice this new light up grills. This now joins the ranks of the 5s and the 7s, and it feels like BMW's new signature. You also notice two huge domes up here. This is a very imposing and menacing car. To look in your rearview mirror, menacing down upon you. Your headlights now are a little bit more slanted as well as more curved down here with this new daytime running light shape. I was a bit more of the fan of the angel eye kind of look, but this is the new direction and the new evolution that sets the new iconic design for BMW, just like how the M3 and M4 have now become new icons. Now down here over at the bottom, you get these new black trims that this time connect through the middle as opposed to just being on the side like before. Now let's move on to the side. Now moving down the side of this car, this is the X3 M Sport, and in the M Sport you're going to get bigger rims, you're going to get this M Sport badging, and of course M Sport suspension. In the non-M Sport you're going to get 19-inch rims, which is just 1 inch smaller. Then down here you notice that the car, it is a lot of car for its segment. This X3 has gotten longer, it has gotten wider, but just a little bit shorter. Moving down here, you'll notice that the door handles are now flush with keyless entry, but you'll probably never need to use that because they have proximity lock and unlock, so getting in and out will be a breeze. And then you'll notice the body has also gotten smoother, flowing, leading you all the way to the rear. Now over towards the rear, you get a very nice black wing right here as well as a diffuser down below. In the rear taillights, you can really see the evolution from the previous design where it was a little bit of a shape like this, but it's a bit more 2D now and 3D before. But if you look up close, you'll notice a lot of etchings into the light, which I really like. It really gives the car a little bit more character. BMW badging right here, X320. Open up the power tailgate and you'll find a very, very useful 570 litres worth of boot space with a lot of functionality. It can even pass the anti-trolley length test just like that. And you get a dual level right here. You've got your emergency kit down there, a little bit of lights. You get 12-volt charging right here, and a fold-out hook if you need. But because of the length of this car, if you want to knock down the 40-40-20 rear folding seats, it is reachable, but at a little bit of a stretch. Now, let's check out the insides. Now over in the rear of the X3, it is a very cozy space. It's a very nice brown and a black on top, so it does get a little bit dark inside here. Over throughout the cabin, you'll find Harman Kardon speakers, which is a nice treat to the audiophiles, and also ambient lighting throughout the cabin. And then you're gonna find magazine holders right here, aircon vents in the middle, which is the same treatment as the one up front and the one on the 5s and 7s. So it's a nice synchronization throughout the whole brand, and a little space right here to put your mobile phones and 2 USB-C fast charging. In terms of space, I'm 1.75 meters tall is my head space, and a very good amount of leg space. Now if there's nobody in the middle, you can pull down this for a little armrest and cup holders. But if you want to move on over to the middle, this is an xDrive all-wheel drive, so it does have a rather high transmission tunnel, so putting your feet up is going to be a challenge, so it's probably best to sit like this. Now let's check out the front. Now over by the driver's cockpit, it is a BMW classic fanfare, but with a little bit more tweaks. So your steering wheel, definitely your media controls on the right, and your smart cruise control settings on the left. You got gear shifts for your 8-speed Steptronic transmission, and a little bit of a treat when you hold down the downshift pedal for a little bit. There is a 10-second boost function that also shows up on the heads-up display very, very nicely. Just a little bit more kick when you need it. And then you got your wiper controls and your light controls here. You get a massive 14.9-inch infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and it's all very nicely integrated to that full color heads-up display. So not only do you see your speed, your driving information, you also see your directions and song controls. So it's a very, very well integrated place right here. You got your experience bar that comes from the 5s and the 7s. And over at the side, there is a little bit of a neat little trick. For your X3, you have your aircon vents control. So this is not controlling the fan speed, but rather how open the air vents are. These are touchscreen right here and also on the experience bar. But over by the side, this lock button and your memory seat button are pressed while they are not touchscreen. So that's a little bit unique. And of course, this totally new door handle right here as well. And you move down here, your aircon control. So physically, there is something to control, which is again very welcome touch. And then right here is a little bin with a liner, more of that experience bar that reacts when you put your wireless charging here, and it will shift to blue in just a little second to show you that your phone is charging. However, I do find it a little bit weird that the wireless charger is on the further side, but that's not really that big of a complaint, and you can stuff more things here. But I wish, like the 2 Series Active Tourer, they had a little bit of a bar to keep your phone in place. So when you go for a little bit more hard driving, like in this M Sport model, your phone and things don't fly all over the place. Then 2 more cup holders right here. And moving down here is a classic BMW control center, gear shift, engine start, stop, as well as media controls for your screen, so you don't have to play around with it while you're driving. Volume rocker right here, modes, car settings, very easy, very accessible. And then a hidden cubby space compartment down here. All of this is Veganza quilted leather, so it's a nice, very contemporary design right here. And up here you also have that new internal camera for just a little bit more fun. So if you and your family, everyone's on a road trip, you can just open the interior camera and then you can just smile and take a picture. So it's a lot of fun little treats right here. And then you got your BMW instrument cluster right here, so all your information very, very nicely displayed. Overall, it's BMW, very classic BMW. BMW owners will definitely love it, but albeit with new tweaks, new welcome changes. But does this car drive as well as it looks? Only one way to find out. The BMW X3 xDrive20 M Sport is priced at $358,000. The 2-litre turbocharged engine produces 188 brake horsepower and 310 Nm of torque. The 8-speed transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km per hour in 8.5 seconds. The BMW X3 has a claimed fuel consumption of 12.7 km per litre. For more details on the BMW X3 or any other car, head on to Sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. So, driving the BMW X3 xDrive M Sport, what does it feel like? Well, it feels buttery smooth. If there's one thing about a Beamer, is the drive. And this transmission is buttery smooth. It's so seamless and yet so responsive. Inside this is an inline-4 2-litre mild hybrid assisted, 188 brake horsepower, 310 Nm of torque. So you do have that instant torquiness in addition to pair together with the transmission for a very lovely drive. And the steering is really responsive. There are a few different configurations for you to go through, but I like this steering. It gives you a lot of feedback, you feel the road a lot. And typically I'm not really a fan of M lines, RS lines, but this M Sport is perfect because it comes with the M Sport suspension just for that little bit of stiffness. It's not a super hard car, but it's good to feel every bit of the road. In terms of handling, this thing handles really well. While it is using a very similar powertrain to the 520i, both with 2-litre inline-4s, mild hybrid assisted, with 188 brake horsepower, I actually prefer the handling and the drive on this BMW X3, which is rather surprising to me. And at first I thought that perhaps it's because of the size and the build of the 520i, perhaps it was a little bit too heavy, a little bit less active. But that's not the case, because this BMW X3 in its all-wheel drive is actually heavier than the 520i. On paper, its Century Sprint is 8.5 seconds, so it is slower than the 520i, but yet at the same time, this feels so much more perky. It feels more alive. On the inside, it is all the regular BMW trimmings with the new gigantic screen up here with a dynamic interaction bar. Another thing that I really love about the fitting is when you go into the hazard light, and then everything blinks, so it's a very clear marker. In the daytime, it kind of adds to the liveliness of this car, but at night when you're driving, it almost feels kind of like a spaceship, because in your peripheral vision, you see all these lights inside this dark cabin, and it just feels nice. Now, in terms of safety, it comes with pretty much everything. It has blind spot monitor, lane keeping assist. In fact, right now it's on assisted driving, so I'm actually on active cruise control with lane keeping assist, and it's keeping a safe distance. So it's good for beginners, even though it may have gone a little bit larger in size. It's still a rather pliant car to ply around town. Although I have to say, the dashboard comes up rather high inside this car, so it does kind of make me feel a little bit more enclosed. I have to say, staring through here, you see the full color heads-up display, and it is one of the more brilliant users of a heads-up display. You see full color, you see your navigation. I like that it's integrated with Android Auto, so the moment you load your destination, all your directions show up on the heads-up display, and then you also have its uses for your safety. So if it's telling you to engage your brake, it will show up there as well. In terms of comfort, things inside here, silent. Instantly you get in and you kind of feel that it's a BMW. The seats are very comfortable. They almost feel bucket seat-like in the way they hold you, and the side bolsters, so it is very, very comfortable. However, I do feel like I am missing a little bit of ventilated seats, and I have to say, kind of in today's day, because all the new cars that are coming in all have ventilated seats, it does kind of feel like it's a little bit missing to not have ventilated seats right now. Now, what I like about this car is it's spacious, but it does feel a little bit kind of enclosed with the high dashboard like this, but you get a very huge screen, heads-up display. I wish it had a sunroof though, in addition to ventilated seats. I like that you can control a little bit of your airflow with the interaction bar here, but I kind of wish that it was the fan speed instead. But I also really like that many other cars don't have. You had inside your huge screen, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, but you need a home bar that has, at one touch, your aircon temperature, one touch Android Auto, one touch to go into your fan, one touch to go into your menus, instead of most other cars where it's Android Auto, you have to go into your Android Auto, one touch to open up the menu, another touch to exit Android Auto, and then go into your car system. So it's all the little things that add up. So is this BMW X3 a will buy, won't buy, or go try? Well, if you ask me, I think this BMW X3 will have to be a go try. Well, even though I like the car, I love the drive, I love the cabin feel, it is a very competitive segment right now. If you go around the range, you have your Mazda CX-60, you have your XC60, and then if you go a little bit above, you have your Porsche Macans, and then of course segment competitors, you have your Audis and of course your GLCs. So number one, there's a lot of competition right here. And number two, while this look is growing on me, I have to say it is not something that grows on everybody. So this new look, well, I can really see how it's an evolution of the BMW design. Fits more with the 5 Series, fits more with the new 1 Series, but some people would just rather prefer the previous generation where it had, I would say, a little bit more character. This one kind of feels a little bit more mellowed out, but to me, at the same time, that's just the way they progress. So I have to say, because of those reasons, this car is a go try. So that's it for our review of the BMW X3. What do you think? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know down in the comments below. As well as any other car that you'd like to see us try out, do leave it in the comments below and we'll get to every one of these. Now, if you've made it this far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our future uploads. And lastly, do follow us on TikTok for the fun stuff. We are at Sgcarmart. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.